Okay, so for today's video, I'll be making my long-awaited Q&A that I have been putting back for a while since I had a lot of schoolwork, and since there were so many questions, I needed to find time to really make the video. So I'll just start reading some of the questions and answering. So one of the questions that I got was, which TR era was your favorite? My favorite TR era, it would have to be the roly-poly era. I just really enjoyed like all of the things they were doing during that time. It was basically one of Tiara's song that really helped them explode into the K-pop scene. The dance became really popular, and the concept was basically perfect for them, and they just seemed to really be enjoying that time. Next question is, when and how did you get into K-pop? This is kind of a long story, so I think I might make a video about it, but kind of like the gist of how I got into K-pop. I basically was into J-pop before I was into K-pop, and I stumbled upon some Donbang songs, and I thought they were a Japanese group. So after that, I started listening to a lot of other artists, and this was around like late 2007, early 2008, and I was really young back then, so I didn't really go and learn much about the groups, but I just listened to whatever was suggested on YouTube. But I do remember Donbang being just one of the first videos that I stumbled upon, thinking they were Japanese artists. Okay, how do I pick biases? For me, it's kind of a combination of a bunch of things, but like I'm really into the vocalists in groups, but that doesn't mean I only like the vocalists. There are rare cases where I like the rapper or like the dancer. Mainly, they just need to have kind of an overall feel that I really like about that specific member. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. You just get drawn to that specific member. So that's that. Okay. What is your favorite album and song of last year? My favorite album was FX's Four Walls, and my favorite song last year was MC Mong's and Chancellor's Love Mash. And their second part of the question was, what group do you think deserves an award? I didn't get it last year. Too many, but Rainbow. I think Rainbow deserves an award since A came out, and it's just way too long overdue. Next question, how old are you? I just turned 20, like yesterday. All the group, okay. Mention all the groups you like and your biases, okay. And let me see. Okay, so I have a lot of I have a lot of groups that I really like, so really listing them is kind of impossible. I made a video of the guy groups that I like, but if you haven't seen the video or don't want to watch it, for guy groups, my main 5 are Donbang, SHINee, Infinite, Beast, and Super Junior, and then add up 2AM to the mix. And my biases for those perspective groups are, for Donbang, I really can't pick at all, but if I really, really, really had to pick, it would have to be Yuchun. Then for SHINee, it's between Jonghyun and Taemin. For Infinite, it's a tie between L, Myungsu, or Woohyun. For Beast, it's Kikwang, and for Super Junior, it's Donghae, and for 2AM is Jokwan. And for girl groups, my number one is Soyeonde, Girls' Generation. My main biases are Jessica, but she's not in the group anymore, so it was always Jessica, but Taeyeon was always just like that tiny bit behind her, so Taeyeon would be my bias right now. And my second, for Kara, it would have to be, for Kara is really difficult too, but if I had to pick, it would have to be Sungyeon, but I just like them all equally the same, so sometimes I'm like, I get a Hara mood, or sometimes I get a Jiyoung mood. Like right now I'm in a Jiyoung mood because of her solo. So it really depends, because it's kind of weird for me with Kara. With Kara, you just can't really decide. And then after Kara, I would have to be Brown Eyed Girls, and for Brown Eyed Girls, it's Gain, and after Brown Eyed Girls, it's AOA. And for AOA, it's Choa and then Sohyun is like a really close second for them. Okay, so how do you get into K-pop? That's another question. I already kind of explained. I'll try to make a video about it. It's kind of a long story since it's kind of confusing. Which male idol would you want to be best friends with, and which female idol as well? Best friends, I don't know, since that you don't really know them personally. I would like to be friends with Taeyang. He just seems like a really genuine person. And female idol, Amber, because she seems like a great friend. Next question, do you think T-ara would be more successful now if Hwayoung didn't leave? Okay, so T-ara was huge since Bopi Bopi came out. They had they tried a lot with like some digital singles before they came out with their first full-length album, and they were popular back then. Hwayoung didn't really do much for the group, but I do think if they didn't have that Hwayoung scandal, T-ara would be still on top. Like they were the second most powerful girl group when Roly Poly really took off. And if they would have kept Hwayoung and didn't add Adam, just in general, I think Hwayoung didn't really do much for the group. I liked her, but she just had mediocre parts, and Hyomin and Eunjung couldn't do those raps just as well. But yeah, T-ara would be more successful if Hwayoung didn't leave. What was my favorite comeback of 2015? Really hard to pick, but overall I really enjoyed AOA's Heart Attack. I feel that's when they really bumped into my top 5. But I liked a lot of comebacks last year. If you could be in a girl group, which one would you join? I guess SNSD. Kind of weird question. That's a kind of a weird question, but yeah, that would be SNSD. If you can make a K-pop group out of 5 members from already existing groups, who would the members be? I don't know. I feel like every group kind of consists of they're meant to be. It's like for me, like certain groups are made the way they are because they're supposed to. So kind of cheating for that answer would just be JYJ and TVXQ, because that's the perfect group. Yep. Okay, how do your family and friends react to your obsession with K-pop? They don't really mind. I don't really push it down their throat, but if I show them a video or something or a song, they'll check it out. I mean, they they don't hate it or they don't love it either. My question: how many K-pop albums do you have? As of right now, as of this video, I have like over 500. So I don't know what it'd be by the end of the year. So I've been kind of going crazy with buying Donbang stuff lately. So yeah. So which K-pop group are you looking forward to having a comeback this year? Okay, so the group that I'm really looking forward, aside from like the main groups, I really don't know. I mean, I basically my main groups, but aside from my main groups, the group I'm looking most forward to just having a comeback in general is After School, because After School hasn't come back in a long time, and like Paris is already getting the money they lost back with 17, so hopefully we'll get an After School something this year. Okay, what song got you into K-pop? That would be, it's kind of like a two-part question. Well, for me, the song that got me interested into K-pop would be Donbang's Mirotic or Mirotic. And the song that really brought me into like actually learning more about, like, for example, group member names and really checking out variety shows, it would have to be SNSD O, because that's when I was like, oh, okay, I really want to learn everybody's names, and that's when I really started learning group members and the shows they were on, things like that. Okay, next question. Who is your bias? I have 3 biases, like 3 main ultimate biases, and kind of like the main one, it would have to be Jessica, but I like Gain and Jokwan just as much. So those 3 are like my main 3. But I have a video where I have like 15 of my favorite K-pop and people in K-pop. But I don't know, I change my mind sometimes. Like I get kind of weird, but a new person that has been kind of just being like a wreck is G-Friend's Yuju, and Yuju has been taking over me lately, so she might be bumping up into that list. But those 3, Jokwan, Gain, and Jessica, those 3 are my main ultimate. I adore them. What is your favorite song from 2000 January 2016? That would have to be G-Friend's Rough, or Running Into Time in Korean. What is your favorite girl group concept? I wouldn't say I can't, aside from like concepts in like sexy, cute, or stuff like that, I really love Kara's concept for Step, and I don't know how you would categorize it, because it's kind of cute, but it's kind of sexy, but it's kind of fun and lively, and it's just like a combination of a bunch of things. How do you become a K-pop fan? Basically, Donbang and Soyeonde. Who is your bias in Tiara? That would have to be Jian, but I like very close to Jian, it would have to be Hyomin and Anjang. Like those 3 are like my favorites. What is your bias group? Kind of explain that in the previous question. Favorite debut on 2015, 17 as a debut, like overall, but as a group, after like the second comeback, G-Friend. But G-Friend and 17, those 2 are my favorites. Since when have you been a Tiara fan? Since 2009. How do you enter K-pop? Explain that already. My question is, How did you get into K-pop? Explain that. Favorite K-pop song from 2015. Love Mash. I already explained that. Does your family like K-pop? Some of them do, some of them don't. Okay. My question is, can you speak Korean? Half and half. I mean, I can read and write, and I know some stuff, but I haven't really started like studying a bunch. What is your favorite? What was your first album that you bought with your own money? That would have to be After School's Virgin. If you were in a K-pop group, what would your fandom be? Horses, because I like horses. Okay. What debut are you looking forward to the most? I have a few that I'm looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to SM's new boy group, but I don't like the concept that it's going for. But that they're going for. I'm looking forward for Cube's new group, and then for YG's girl group that has been taking him forever to debut, and he has talked about this since like 3 years now, even before any announcements for boy groups. So it's kind of like annoying with him just saying he's gonna debut a group and he just hasn't even said anything. Okay. What year did you get into K-pop? 2008, I guess. Top 5 ultimate biases from girl groups. So for girl groups, I guess it would have to be Jessica, Gain, Taeyeon, Crystal, and Park Bom. Okay. What is your amazing moment become a K-pop fan? I don't understand this question, but I think it's asking what was the most amazing moment as a K-pop fan. I guess it's just discovering Dongbangshiki, I guess. If you could be a K-pop idol, who would your roommate be? I don't know. Let me think. Key from SHINee. He just seems pretty fun. Okay. What is the most recent group that you've gotten into? Really gotten into? GFriend. GFriend I've gotten really into after the last comeback. I'm just so impressed with them. It's actually kind of funny because I wasn't extremely into them when Glass Beat came out. I mean, I liked the songs, but like I wasn't feeling them as a group. I liked the songs that they had. Then Me Gustas 2 came out, and I was like, okay, I'm really digging them. And I think it was like my third favorite song of last year. And now with Rough and that whole mini album, I'm just so impressed. And then I really dove into learning the girls' names and researching about them. So I guess GFriend. And then for 17, I got into them pretty early on. I was actually I followed some of their pre-debut stuff, then they just kind of disappeared, and I was looking forward to their debut, and I was like, okay, Pilates is like going, it's getting broken. How are they gonna debut 13 member group? And then they came out, and then I watched their pre-debut show, and then I learned everybody's names surprisingly really quickly, and I really enjoyed watching the show. I liked all of them, and I liked all of the songs they have released. So they've really bumped into one of my favorite groups. and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have in store, especially since they do a lot of the stuff themselves, like the choreography, the songs. It's just, I'm really impressed. Okay, is being a K-pop fan a chance or choice? I guess it's both, because you have the chance once you stumble onto a K-pop video. It's your choice to whether stay and to listen to the songs and investigate more about K-pop. So it's both. But for me, it was just, I guess it was destiny, because I've been to K-pop for so long and I still haven't gotten out of it. Who is your ultimate bias? I explained already. Does your parents say anything to you about being a K-pop fan? Not really. Will you be doing a K-pop DIY? I don't know what that is. I mean, do it yourself. Like, I don't have anything to show about making or organizing albums, because mine are like, I have so many shelves and way too many, so yeah, I don't have any advice if that's what you're asking. Oh my gosh. Okay, I really want to know what your favorite song from T-ara is. It's kind of difficult to pick a favorite T-ara song, but if I had to pick, it would be Sugar Free or Roly Poly. It's depending on what mood I'm in. But T-ara has so many great songs. Okay. Which T-ara's members do you love? I love all of them. I just like the three main ones: Hyomin, An Jungin, Jian, and then you can add Soyeon to the mix. Okay. Next question is, what would you feel if you had a chance to spend a day with your favorite K-pop idol? I'll be happy. What are your favorite best 5 K-pop groups? Kind of difficult question. Yeah, I kind of explained that in my bias groups already, so dividing them into boy groups and girl groups. But if I really had to pick like the top 5, no, actually I'm not even gonna. It will take me forever to decide. What is your favorite? Who's your ultimate bias and your ultimate bias group? Donbanshinki and Sonyeonde and Jessica Taeyeon, and then all of everybody in Donbanshinki. Which was your first bias group? Donbanshinki. Which was your favorite? Okay, a lot of the same question. Okay. What was the first K-pop song that you listened to that made you cry? It's a song from a drama OST, and it's by Lin. I forgot what the song is called, like the title. It's like Turning Back Time or something like that. It's from the Moon Embraces the Sun. The song is really beautiful, and if you watch the drama, it just fits in so well. Okay. I would like to know when you got into K-pop and how you got into K-pop. I'll try to make a video since a lot of people are asking. Okay, this one has a bunch. If you were in a K-pop group, what would your position be? I mean, I would like to be like a vocalist, I guess. Have you been to any K-pop concerts? No, because they never come near where I live, and I am like, I'm still in school, and I can't afford to just travel around. But at least I have K-pop albums. What would you do if you spend the day with your ultimate bias? What would I do? Like, where would I go? I guess to the movies. But then I would really have to get to know them or talk to them, so I guess go out and eat like their favorite food and just talk. Do you use your own money for buying K-pop? Yes and no. Okay, my question would be, how much do you love K-pop? I mean, a lot. If I didn't like it a lot, I wouldn't be like spending so much money on it. And why do I like K-pop? Because it just makes me happy. Okay, what? Okay, a lot of these. Sorry if like I'm repeating some of these questions because a lot of them are very similar, or just have the same question. Who is your favorite K-pop male group and why? Dongbang Shinki, because they're perfect as a group. If they will forever be my number one. Nothing's gonna change that. They will always be number one. Same for SNSD. And then my top 5 groups. I don't think I'm ever gonna change those. Like especially the top 5, with the exception of number 6, which is for boy groups, which is 2AM. I like them all like so much. So I guess top 6 for boy groups and top 5 for girl groups. I think that they're really unlikely to change, but especially the first ones in my bias list for boy groups and girl groups, which is Dongbang Shinki and Sonyeonda. Sorry if I'm repeating myself a lot. It's like a lot of these questions are the same. Okay. Who was your... okay. This one just... Ultimate Bias, I already answered that. And Bias Record, so I recently just talked about that. Yuju from GFriend. Okay. What is your first K-pop song? I really don't know, but if I really had to go back to what I remember, it's either Rising Sun or Neurotic. Okay. What do you think about K-pop songs and albums that were released in 2015? 2015 was a really strong year. There hasn't been a year like that in a while. The albums and the debuts and just overall feeling was great. A lot better than I think a lot like the past 3 years. I think, yeah. There hasn't been that year was really good. I hope this year is just as good. But there was a lot of great debuts and many great albums. And then finally Big Bang came back. And yeah, so hopefully this year just picks up again, even though one of my favorite girl groups, Kara, just kind of disbanded. So yeah, that has me brokenhearted. and oh yeah, there's an album or a group that you didn't listen to or caught your attention. Last year, I don't even know all the members, but there's a group called My Name, and I've known about My Name since they debuted. I was around when they were debuted, and I really like their debut song and their other songs. I just never really went back to listen to them, except I would say I listened to Message a lot when it came out, and then whenever they released a new song, I was like, okay, I like this song, but I wasn't really didn't dive into even today. I haven't even learned, but I'm really kind of interested in knowing them a lot more. But I was like, okay, I like their songs, so I'm probably gonna get into them sooner or later when I'm kind of bored and just want to explore more groups that I really like. So My Name and Cross Gene. Cross Gene, I've known them since debut, and Ladi Dadi didn't really do much for me, but their other songs were they were okay. But since last year, they really impressed me with their Play With Me song or something. I think that's what it's called, and I really like their last comeback with Nuna no Maria, or what's it called, Nuna You or something. I bought their album. This is my first album from them, so I'm really excited. I can't wait to get it. So yeah, those two groups they caught my attention, but I never really actually like bought their albums, so they got my attention to actually buying their stuff. And I've gotten a lot of My Name albums. I think I'm almost complete for Korean stuff. Okay. Sorry for that long answer. My question is, what was your first K-pop song that you ever listened to? I already answered that. And how did I react? I was kind of confused. I mean, not confused. I was like, okay, this is really catchy. I really like their voices. The music video was kind of cool, I guess. It was different. I like that it was different. That would be my reaction to it. Okay, when did you start liking K-pop? Already answered that. Who's your K-pop bias? Answered that. Who's your number one K-pop song? My number one K-pop song that would never change. It's Kara Step. Yeah, that song till this day I still love it so much. Favorite moment from 2015, Taeyeon's debut. That was long overdue. Taeyeon, and the full-length album was just announced today in April, so I'm so excited. So I'm looking forward to Taeyeon. Oh yeah, okay. My question is, what got you into K-pop? Who was your first group? And then B, song you ever watched or listened to? I already answered that. It was Bang Shinki. I'll try to make a video of how I really got into K-pop, since that's like half of these questions. Okay, my question is, which is your favorite female rapper? Okay, so if I had to pick like an idol rapper, but I don't really consider her an idol anyways, it would have to be Mirio from the Bright Night Girls. And then my favorite rapper in general in K-pop, it would have to be Yoonmire T. Tasha. Yeah, she goes by a lot of stuff, but she just so talented. She can sing and rap, and she's just an awesome person. I really love her. If you ever wanted to become an idol, which company would you audition for and train with? I guess SM, even though, like SM gets like a lot of backlash for how they treat their artists in terms of kind of like not really taking into consideration taking breaks. But I don't want to even rant about this, but SM, just because they have like a good, for me, like in terms of music and overall concepts, SM is I think, if not my favorite company. Yeah, I really have to make a video, like a rant about like these, like SM in general, because some people don't just jump to conclusions and judge a lot of the things SM does without going in depth with anything. And these are the same people who complain about like not getting comebacks. So okay, what groups are you excited for? What groups are you excited for to come back this year? Let me think. Monster X, I'm really excited for that. 17, and Oh My